Blackstone Audio presents The Sanctity of Hate, a medieval mystery by Priscilla Royal. This book is read by Wanda McCaddon. To Diane Levy, with gratitude and love. Tyndal Priory and its inhabitants would be lost without your web design artistry. Chapter 1. A fat sun sat on the earth's wide edge, weary of the long summer hours and yearning to surrender to the reluctant darkness. For the midges it was frenzy time. They swarmed low over the millpond, where sharp-winged swallows swooped to dine in the insect cloud. Nearer the rising ground, massive black flies slowly gathered. Thanks to the carnage of midges, the flies were left in peace, using their freedom to seek a rotted fish or drowned creature upon which to feast and lay their eggs in the safety of the muddy bank. They were soon to be rewarded. In the slow-growing shadows, the mill-wheel at Tyndal Priory turned with a deep groan, the great paddles squealing to a brief halt, then juddering forward to drop glistening water into the pond below. There the water grew dull and flowed lazily into the uneven patches of deep shade along the banks, edged with thick rushes. Pushed by the gentle current, a dark object floated toward the rank greenery. Bumping against the dense vegetation, it twisted to the side, and an arm rose out of the water. The gesture might have been a greeting or perhaps a plea for help. Neither gesture was intended. As the body turned in the rippling water, a man's head emerged. His eyes, clouded with death, stared at the unseen sky. A deep gash exposed raw flesh inside his neck. The flies quickly settled on the wound in such number that the cruel injury was covered by their churning blackness. Thus does nature look after the defenceless dead. Chapter 2. A cool breeze from the North Sea wafted through the open window and sweetened the audience chamber with the apple-honey scent of chamomile and a hint of overripe apricot from the fading but still yellow woodland oxlips. Prioress Eleanor was grateful for it. As she sat straight-backed in her carved chair, she breathed deeply of the refreshing fragrance. Her pleasure would remain unspoken, but the brief respite from the summer heat sharpened her attention to the words of the pair before her. Prior Andrew and her sub-prioress sister Ruth were having a most unusual debate. At stake was the admission of a young man who had begged entry to Tyndal Priory as a novice, a rare occurrence for this Fontrevaudine priory on the remote East Anglian coast. In such matters Prior Andrew was usually the cautious one. In contrast, Sister...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?